Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we meet every day to meet interesting people, interesting businesses, interesting events coming up, musical performances. We want to tell you what's going on in Fresno and the entire valley. We celebrate what's good about Fresno and the valley, and Clovis too, by the way. To that end, we asked our old friend Rich Mostert from the Valley Community Development Center?
Small Business Development Center. You're almost there.
We rehearsed it a lot, too. Small Business Development Center. Now, you're located out at Clovis Community College.
Yes,
right?
our host agency is Clovis Community College, but we serve Fresno, Madera, Tulare, and Kings counties. We have the largest service area of any SBDC in the Central Valley.
Wow. Just like us, Central Valley Talk, we cover the whole valley. So
that's what we do. We serve everybody.
How do you serve them?
Well, basically, an SBDC, or Small Business Development Center, we're funded by the U.S. Small Business Administration, and we also get some funding from California Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, or GoBiz. And what we essentially do is we provide no-cost confidential counseling and technical assistance to anybody who wants to start, grow, or expand a business. Right. And we also provide workshops and training and other opportunities for businesses to grow and expand throughout the area. But the main thing we do is the one-on-one counseling to help you from that point A to point B, whether you're thinking about starting a business or you're already in business and you're at a point where you need some help.
Well, when I went to Fresno State and studied business, we had to develop a whole business plan, which I had no idea what that even was.
Most people don't unless they have to do it.
Is that something you would help them with? Or?
Absolutely. We focus on a lot of areas. Our goal is to improve the economy one small business at a time. And what we really focus on is helping businesses either grow properly or start properly, but also expand the right way, so they do it without getting into too much trouble or getting into too much debt or doing it down a pathway that leads them to more failure than to success. And so we focus on a lot of planning assistance activities, counseling, marketing. One of the areas our center does here in the Central Valley is we're a center of excellence for business financing. I'm what's called a recovering lender. I've done it for a long time and it can't get out of my blood. And so we help a lot of small businesses understand what business lending is, what the right vehicles are for them, and how they can apply for it.
There's more than just an SBA loan?
Well, and that's, you're like most of the public, the SBA loans are traditionally, they're loan guarantees, so they have to understand the rules of banking, and then there's a layer of financing called CDFIs, or Community Development Financial Institutions, that are nonprofit lenders, which we now have 6 in the Central Valley, which is fantastic. And those are the entities, either traditional lenders like banks or CDFIs, where most small businesses get their money.
Okay. Do a lot of people who are not in business and they're thinking of going into business go to you? Yes. About 35 to 40% of our clients are all people who want to start a business. And our goal is to make them think it through. Again, the toughest thing about starting a business is staying in business. Yes.
So if you don't think through about the different issues you're going to have to face before you start it, you're going to have to face them eventually, and hopefully you can face them and still succeed. Our goal is to answer those questions ahead of time so that you can knock those problems out long before you're in business.
We started Central Valley Talk 12 years ago, and we had no idea the little things that would come along.
And I bet you can share some stories, too.
Really could. What kinds of businesses? Are they retail shops or restaurants? Or?
We help everybody. We are, what I tell everybody, we are the most non-denominational assistance program out there, because it doesn't matter what kind of business you have, we're going to help you. If you're a for-profit small business, which really encompasses about 99% of our business community, we can help you. In addition to staff, which is basically myself and an assistant, we hire subject matter experts as consultants, and we pay them to help our clients. So, for example, I've got an expert in procurement, an expert in exporting, an expert in startups, and all these different areas that sometimes we don't have the time as staff to help, but we can get great people to sit down and talk to the folks and help them get on the right track.
Do you see a trend towards brick-and-mortar businesses or more toward online businesses?
It's funny. The Central Valley is such a wonderful environment to start a business that we have a very nice mix. Obviously, there's trends towards technology, and we have things like Bitwise in town and Valley Technology Accelerators and things of that sort that help promote the online, the virtual type businesses, and they're great. But nothing's going to change the fact that we do like to walk down the street to the bakery. We do like to turn around and go, when we go shopping, even though Amazon's going to rule the world someday, we do like to touch the things before we buy them. So I think there's room for both, and it's about a 50-50 split.
I tell you, as I help. I work in commercial real estate and help people get into buildings, and I see a lot of people who just get in the wrong building because they think it's neat and it's too expensive and it's in the wrong place.
Well, and is it necessary? The truth is, you get into a building when you're in the right situation, both financially and from a business lifespan model that says, okay, this is a good time for me to invest and build the equity in my business so that I have basically an investment for either retirement or to have a succession plan for your family. But you don't just buy a building to buy a building. There should be a good reason behind it.
Right, yeah. And I helped a restaurant open here in the Tower District a couple years ago, and they came in and just remodeled this whole building. They were leasing, put $100,000 into it, and they lasted 2 months because they spent all their capital.
I think they were one of our clients, unfortunately, and we tried everything in our power to help them, but sometimes the passion for starting a business supersedes the thought process, and that's very sad, and it's human nature.
Yeah.
We
You've
understand
actually
that.
crystallized what I was trying to come up with. They have a passion, and
Absolutely.
the passion makes them go and open a business.
And the hardest thing in the world is to keep that passion while you could curtail it with logic. And do it this. We always tell people it's better to do it right than fast.
So if somebody's thinking of opening a business, they should come and talk to you. Is there a big fee
Absolutely.
for that or a giant cost to do that?
Well, it's really. Are you ready for this? Everything we do is free of charge. Your tax dollars pay for us. The U.S. Small Business Administration, like I said, is our primary funder, and they encourage us. We are the consulting arm for them.
Okay.
We're here to help businesses start and grow.
And if an outside consultant is needed, you guys would pay for that?
Right. That's how it works.
So-
We do what we have to do, and we also have a number of referral partners, agencies that I've worked with over the last 40 years, that if we can't help them, we'll be very honest, and we'll refer them to the right agency.
Do most businesses, when they're opening, I keep talking about new businesses. I know you help people who are already in business, but when people are about to open, do they usually start by borrowing money?
It depends. It really depends on the business. If it's a high volume or high cost business, you're not going to start a restaurant out of your house.
Right.
So there has to be a location, there has to be inventory, there has to be equipment, there has to be permitting. That all has a cost to it. But if you're starting a home-based photography business and you already have the equipment, that could be very low cost.
Very low
so
cost
it
to
just
get into
depends.
business, yeah.
And there's a gamut of lending programs out there. But what we really stress is, are you qualified to get the loan? Do you understand what the loan means? Can you service the debt and still be profitable?
Yeah, maintain that debt. That's the hardest
Yeah,
part.
we
'cause
all live through
it
that.
relentlessly comes every single month.
Yeah, they don't care if you made money or not. So that's the most important thing to
They just
remember.
don't, yeah. Now, if somebody's watching right now and they say, well, maybe I should talk to them, where should they start? Do you have a website?
Yes, www.valleycommunitysbdc.com, and they're welcome to go to that anytime, and there's a sign-up page where they'll get automatically listed within our website, and we will contact them within 24 hours.
Wow. And it's just you and an assistant, huh?
Yes, we don't sleep.
You work very hard. I could see that right now. Hey, if you're thinking of opening a business, or if you're in business, I keep skipping that.
Well,
you
it's
guys are a
important.
resource there, too.
If you're thinking of opening a business, you have 1,000 questions.
Right.
If you're in business, you have 10.
Right.
And so it's okay to come to us and say, hey, I'm not sure about something, or I want to run an idea by you. I'm not quite sure, or I think I might need financing, or do I have the right financing? There's not a question we can't sit down and just discuss and kind of
it
see
through.
how it sticks.
Work it through. That's the place to do it. Do they need to come out there, or do you go to businesses?
We do both. One of the beauties of life now is that with technology, we can do things like Skype and FaceTime and Zoom meetings and things where, because we cover such a large service area, we cover 40% of the entire Central Valley region
Yes.
in my center, that we're doing a lot more of the FaceTime type situations. Once you meet the person, the information's the same, how you deliver it.
Right. So, Rich Mostert.
Mostert, very good.
And go to the website, you guys. If you're thinking of it, it's free. It's free to find out. Just ask some questions or find out something or figure out a resource you need and don't know where to start. That would be the place.
We'd be happy to help.
This is the place to start. All right.
Fantastic.
Anything else you want our viewers to know?
Keep doing what you're doing. The Central Valley is the most amazing place in the world to live and work, and we want to see it continue to be successful.
Very good. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.
At America's SBDC Network, our mission is simple: to help businesses grow and succeed. Our consulting, training, and information services make it easier for businesses to reach their potential. Whether you're currently in operation or just starting out, America's SBDC network has the right tools, resources, and expertise to help you succeed. Visit us online or contact your local office to get started on your path to success today.